Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the Overcast. I am your host, Justin, aka Oversoul, and I am joined, like always, by my two co-hosts, Hall and Oates. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It's Nick and how is that pronounced? Brooksy? Yes, Nick and Brooksy.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Ah, okay, I'm glad I got that right. I was thinking Bruce Sky at first, but I was like, no, that can't be correct. Anyways, though, you've only been on here for a whole season. You'd think I get it by now.
I know. Oh man, yeah, it has been officially over a year.
Right, so,
As
as the episode title says, this is the season 4 premiere. And as we always do in our season premieres, we're going to be looking back at the previous year one last time before we finally say goodbye to it and look forward. And we're going to talk about our top movies, video games, TV shows, and all that of 2025. Stuff we're looking forward to this year, things we thought were underrated, things we thought were overrated, so on and so forth. And before we get to that, as usual, though, a little bit of life updates, because one of the things we're going to do looking back on 2025 since we had our break is how everyone's Christmas and New Year's went. And I am, from now on, using a wheel of randomization in order to decide who goes first. And it appears it's actually me this time.
seniority.
Go
Yes.
forth.
All right. So, my holiday was filled with cheer and then a lot of sick. That's pretty much how it went. So,
Oh no.
Yeah.
so I ended up
Yeah.
I ended up
Soup boots.
we ended up going to my brother's place, Dalton and Lindsay's place, for Christmas Eve. Yeah, we went there for Christmas Eve, had the dinner and all that. Played Magic the Gathering with Ryan and Dalton again. Um, I ended up getting a couple of games off my wish list. The Final Fantasy Tactics remake that came out last year, which I had only rented from GameFly but never actually bought, I now own, which is nice. Got a cool PlayStation Lite that holds your headphones and some controllers and stuff from Ryan and Carissa.
Yes.
The South Park Not Suitable for Children special on Blu-ray. Another video game, Fantasia Neo Dimension from Square Enix. It's like a Final Fantasy meets Pokemon kind of situation. Um, and I got Ryan and Dalton these Batman comics, like a pack of.
Nice.
It was I found them at Marshalls of all places, and there was only two left, and I grabbed one for each of them. It's a collection of reprints of 10 number one issue DC comics that are all like Batman focused mainly.
Well, that's awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah, I got Lindsay the entire series of How to Train Your Dragon books. There's 12 books, by the way. The movies,
Really?
the movies change a lot. Those books are completely
Huh.
different.
Huh. Okay.
For a lot of reasons. Yeah, I got her that. I got my mom a Charlie
Are
Brown.
the books at least child friendly?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Considered getting them in audiobook form when we finish the Harry Potter series.
Um, I got my mom a new desk lamp that she's been needing. That's a really cool one that charges your phone and has like three different settings, like cool, warm, and neutral, and then three different brightnesses on top of that. And and a Charlie Brown book for Christmas. And I got both of the couples these really nice dishes sets that have, for Ryan and Carissa, they had white tigers on it, and for Dalton and Lindsay, they had wolves on them. Um, and that's more or less. It was a lot of it was about my niece, Dalton and Lindsay's daughter, Ren. It was her first Christmas, so she got spoiled. Obviously, I got her her first Squishmallow, I think, actually, and it was blue.
Nice. Very
Um,
cute.
yeah. She got a lot of stuff, like a lot of like play sets and clothes, and she was overstimulated. She didn't know what to do with all the toys. She got some Winnie the Pooh stuff that had some rattles and stuff in it. It was a lot. Um, so yeah. That's more or less it. And then I got violently sick the next day on the way home. So, or when I got home, and I had to call into work the next day, and they told me just to stay home for 2 days. So because we were off Christmas, I was off Christmas Eve for the family stuff, and then I was sick the next 2 days, and for many more after. But I needed money. I missed like 4 days of work. That really hurt the paycheck. But what are you gonna do? Like I woke up. It wasn't just the soup poops. It was also like not to be gross or anything, but it was
No,
violent
it's
vomiting. Like
so accurate. It's so accurate.
it was violent vomiting. I'm telling you, like there was nothing left in the chamber, and it was still coming out. I'm like, what even is it? It's just stomach acid at this point. Like, but that only
That's
happened
so
one night.
fun.
The rest of it,
I
here's the crazy thing.
I
This is all Christmas week, by the way. I'm fully over all that now. I'm still congested from whatever that is, and I'm not entirely
Mhm.
unsure I didn't catch that rhinovirus or whatever's been going around. So, unfortunately.
I just I really just love the fact that we have made it 5 minutes into season 4, and there has already been at least one poop joke so far. Love it, love it.
Are we gonna keep a counter? There was an episode of American Dad where they had like broke the fourth wall and like congratulations Klaus, you just made the 100th poop joke on the show.
That's fucking funny.
But yeah, and I didn't do shit for New Year's. I think I was working, honestly. I don't know. I was up. I remember sending y'all something when New Year's hit, but that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did stay up because I wanted to watch the time changeover, but yeah, I didn't really. No, I don't do things anymore. I partied myself out in my early 20s. Nick remembers we had a lot of New Year's parties.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, besides all that, I haven't really done much else, honestly. Um, I've actually been replaying the Kingdom Hearts series for the umpteenth time for a special little side project that'll be coming out soon. More details later.
Yeah.
Um, but, uh, yeah. Outside of that, though, um, that's it, really. So, Nick, first you and then Brooksy. Tell me about your Christmas and your New Year's. Give me your
So
highlights.
for Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas, I knew I was being I work for a package processing company. I was essentially being forced to work Christmas Day. And then on Monday, I get a call from someone at work informing me that I no longer had to work Christmas Day and a Merry Christmas. So thankfully,
It's a
I was
Christmas
I
miracle.
was able to not have
Ebenezer
to work on
Scrooge
Christmas
had
Day.
his heart grow 3 sizes that day.
Oh my God, dude,
I
it
Your
was
boss was visited by a ghost the night before.
I think I might be mixing my
right.
I think I might be mixing my references there, but
Like it's genuinely surprised because this company gets pretty busy around the holidays. Commercialism.
and there's the first fuck of the season.
Yeah.
11,
Bink.
11 minutes in.
Um, but
11 minutes in, a poop joke and an F word.
We're off to a great start, honestly.
right. Um, Fast forward to Christmas Eve. Uh, we go over to Sarah's mom's house to open presents. And the one thing that I am most excited for, Willow can't know about until the weekend of because it happened. This is happening after her birthday. As a as the three of us, me, Sarah, and Willow, we have tickets that will be waiting for us at the box office, the Civic Center, for the stage production of Wicked. I am
Nice.
so freaking excited. Oh, I'm so excited.
That's gonna be
My
awesome.
dad has seen the musical multiple times. Sarah has seen it once at the Civic Center. So this will be Sarah's second time seeing it. mine and Willow's very first, and I could not be
It's
more excited.
it's
That's
awesome,
awesome.
dude. I got to see it last year at our.
Dude,
I think ours was also a Civic Theater as well. Um, and dude, it ripped. It was awesome.
so excited. But um, Willow made out like a goddamn bandit, as most children should.
Hmm.
Um, she got interactive train your train your dragon toothless. It's an interactive kind of like a for real pet, but it's toothless.
Hmm. Okay.
I don't even know what a for real pet is. Like a Furby? Like I'm.
No, it's like this. It's this animatronic cat or dog that comes with like a bone or a fish, and it interacts with when you yeah, but
Got it. I'm not gonna
but
lie. When
it's
you were like, it's
toothless.
this interactive
It's
mechanical animal, I was like, so a Furby. I
No,
was so
it's
confused.
no, it's
toothless.
more like that. It behaves like those real baby dolls, you know, that you needed to feed and shit. Yeah,
She
it's like an
Ah,
evolution of those robot dogs from the 90s,
she
you
also
know.
got
that's
the
fair.
flying RC toothless, and let me tell you, that thing fucking flies.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking cool. Um, but no, me, Sarah, and her brother Tom got hoodies that say the it feels like a penalty box kind of day.
Hmm.
Being hockey
Nice.
fans,
Yeah.
that's fucking perfect. Um, but Tom got me a $100 PlayStation gift card. Sarah got me a $25 PlayStation gift card. With that,
Hell
I
yeah.
got Baldur's Gate 3, uh,
Nice.
Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and the SpongeBob SquarePants uh, Star game.
Vertigo game has such a great story. It filled a big telltale-sized hole in my heart.
So
Nice.
really looking forward to continuing it. Like I'm liking what I've played so far. Um, Willow earlier in the year when she was with Sarah's mom on some random Saturday during the summer, they went garage sailing and she found a painting at one of the garage sales that she wanted to gift to me and Sarah as a Christmas present. And it is um, a painting of the original Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz.
Nice.
Damn, that was
Nice.
a damn good find.
Nice.
Um, I know, like overall, Christmas was a big hit. We had a very Wicked themed Christmas. Willow got a lot of Wicked stuff.
Did you do anything special for New Year's?
So my birthday, um,
Right.
so my
That
birthday,
too.
New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. No, we really didn't do anything too exciting. I watched the ball drop, and then I forget what. Oh yeah, I think I turned on the first episode of It Welcome to Dairy.
Hmm. Oh, we'll talk about that.
Since I have since finished it, so I will be now. I can now
Nice.
be part of that conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
oh, dude, um, we'll talk. We'll get into that later. Um, but no, I had initially. So Sarah's family has this tradition where whoever's birthday it is gets to pick like their birthday dinner spot, restaurant wise, and
hmm.
I had this restaurant picked out months in advance because I had seen something about it on TikTok. And it's in this city. It's about 48. It's a 48-minute drive from the house to a little town called Marshalltown, Iowa. The
Hmm.
restaurant was going to be this place called the Flying Elbow. It's a wrestling themed restaurant. They've got a lot of
Ah,
uh, wrestling memorabilia, autographs, pictures all over uh, walls, and they have
It pops up on the screen.
birds in the tables that have like different wrestlers on them. But we ended up because they were closed on my birthday. We ended. In my defense, the only reason I know this even exists is because of the Big Bang Theory, and in my defense, I did not know that it was a fancy restaurant. They never showcased how fancy it was in the Big Bang Theory. We ended up going to the Cheesecake Factory for my birthday. And
Oh,
holy
nice.
nice.
fuck, that place fancy.
Yeah.
Like I felt so underdressed. Like level of
Mean,
fancy.
Meanwhile, I'd see people at the Cheesecake Factory in Texas just like basketball shorts, flip flops, t-shirt, not giving two shits. Like,
Ended up getting the famous factory meatloaf with a side of buttered buttered corn, buttered sweet corn, and a side of mashed potatoes and gravy, topped
Mm,
with it was all topped with mushroom gravy. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Um,
yummy.
One thing that I wish I had gotten, Sarah's mom ended up getting, and her brother got too. It was the chicken parmesan pasta pizza style. And what it means by pizza style is the chicken is a big chicken fritter the size of a small pizza, topped with the pasta and the marinara. God, it was the cheese. Oh my god, it looked so fucking good. But yeah, no, it's overall it was good.
Sounds like you had a wonderful holiday season, and
that's awesome,
you
man.
didn't get sick like me. What about you, Brooksy? Did you get sick this holiday season?
You know what? I did. I was a recipient of the soup poops of 2025. It was awful. Um,
Dude,
I ended up
I
getting
guess I was the
sick.
lucky one.
You were the lucky one. No,
For
I ended
now.
up getting sick. I ended up getting sick New Year's Day was the day that I got sick. Allie was the first person in the house. She brought it as a Christmas gift for all of us coming back from
No.
Christmas. Yeah, she came back on Christmas Day, and like when she got home, she was like, "Man, I'm just like
Oh,
not
don't
feeling
feel
great."
bad. Dalton had the same thing days before we showed up, and so like
Hmm.
he thought it was food poisoning. I don't think it was food poisoning.
No,
Not
no, no,
anymore.
no. Nope. And she was like, "Man, I'm just not feeling well." And then she was like MIA for like 4 days, and a few days later, Sam was like, "Oh man, I'm not feeling well," and I am the person in the house that has the immune system of a small Victorian child.
Oh,
So I'm
oh
like,
no.
well, I'm cooked. Like I'm so cooked, and like I was like a little sick. Like I just like I was like my body aches were really bad, and I just like horrible headache, and but like I was like, like this is kind of manageable. Like my fever's not that high, and I'm taking care of Sam because she was really sick. And the moment that she started feeling better, I don't know if my body was just trying to fight it off until my wife was feeling better, but the moment she started feeling better, oh, dude, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, "This is it. This is how I'm going out. Is shitting myself to death and laying in a fetal position. This
Or
sucks.
poop.
No,
This
I feel
sucks."
you. I was on the bathroom floor in agony in the fetal position. I thought I was.
Yeah,
I thought I
it
might
was
die. I'm like, I'm literally
it
gonna
was
puke my intestines out. Like,
I
this is
it
never
how
was
I
so
go.
thought it
bad.
was
It,
possible to feel bad about having a strong immune system.
it was, oh god, I wish. I do so
I'm
many things
sorry,
for a
but
strong immune system.
when you said small Victorian child, all I could picture is you as like one of those like ghosts in the old clothes, and like my governess drowned me in the well, you know.
Yes,
Please, sir,
it
may
really
I have some
it really
more?
was like that. Um, but sickness aside, Christmas Day was pretty chill. We really don't do like a whole lot for Christmas Day itself. Like our normal tradition is getting Chinese food for dinner, and
Hmm.
going and doing a bonfire and a quick dip in the beach or a quick dip in the ocean. Uh, we I live in California. Like what do you want me? What like
No,
sue me?
it's
I don't know
just
what you want me to say. Like
it was the Freudian slip before that. A quick dip in the beach, like yeah.
yeah yeah. um,
I wish.
but we didn't do that because San Diego, we have a really bad runoff issue where anytime it rains really badly here, there's a lot of runoff that comes from Tijuana up the coast, and it's just like sewage and all this stuff, so you're not supposed to get in the water for a few days. And it rained here on Christmas Eve, so we're like, well, can't really do that. So we just kind of hung out at the house. Did gift exchange. Like I got Sam quite a few books that have been on her wish list for some time. I got her a new long sleeve shirt that she's been really wanting, and then we're actually planning a trip to Catalina Island later on this year. That's like our big gift for each other. Um, Allie, we got her a Cricut. It's like this like cool printing thing where you could do like stickers or T-shirts and like all these random things that you can just print on random things, and it's super cool. She loves it. Um, I'm normally the person that like in our house I take a lot of pride in being the best gift giver of everyone in the house, and I took a back seat this year, and it felt like everyone was out for blood and really wanted to just like really treat me really nicely, man. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, I got teary eyed multiple times this year for Christmas.
About that
My dad
really
asked
big
me
one.
yeah, my dad asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told him I could really go for some RAM, and because I've been wanting to build a PC for a long time. And I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the news lately, but RAM is so unbelievably expensive these days that I was like, if you can help me with some RAM, that would be awesome. And he was like, Mike, that's like, and my dad calls me Mike, which I don't care for, but um, he was like, Mike, that sounds like I'm like buying you tires for Christmas. I was like, dude, I'll take tires too. That sounds awesome. Like, I like free tires? Are you kidding me? That sounds awesome. Um, and he was like, no, like, he was like, do me a favor, pick out a few computers that you would actually want. I was like, Dad, they're not cheap. They're pretty expensive, and I sent him a few different ones, and I was like, or you could just get me this RAM, and instead my dad gifted me a whole ass gaming PC that I still can't believe is in my office right now. I mean, I've got 32 gigs of RAM. I've got an NVIDIA 5070. I've got like Ryzen 7 CPU. Like it, dude, this thing is a monster. Like I've been playing The Witcher 3 on it a lot lately. I'm getting like on ultra plus settings across the board. I'm getting like 160 frames per second.
God
Like
damn.
it's like yeah, like
This
and
means
it's
potential PC exclusive game reviews from Brooksy on the show.
exactly. Trust. I'm so excited, and like, and I've been a PlayStation fanboy my whole life. I never thought that PlayStation would take the backseat on anything. No, man, this PC is so cool. It is a behemoth. I love it so much, but it is actually not the most exciting thing for me that I got this year, and it was a surprise gift that was a in tandem gift from Allie and Sam. Because Allie kept saying she won Christmas, and I'm like, I mean, dude, I got you something pretty cool between Sam and I. And she was like, I'm sure you did, but like, fuck you. I got the best thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. There's been something I've been wanting for years, and I am a huge Lego fan. And I am also
Here it
a
is.
huge Lord of the Rings fan. And I had that moment, like, all of us when we were kids growing up, we all at some point got that one gift that we like really, really wanted. And when it got slid to you, you could just like you felt the box and like you knew what it was. You knew what it was before you even tore open the gift wrap.
Yep.
And she slid it to me, and like I have held this set in my hands so many times, but I'm like, I don't have $500 for this thing. And when she slid it to me, I had it in my hands. I'm like, no, I know these dimensions and I know this weight. I know this by heart. There's no way. And like I shredded it open, and I got the Rivendell set.
Holy
And like
fuck.
literally, like dude, tears rolling down my face. Like just couldn't believe it. It
That's not
was,
cheap.
dude. No, it's not. I felt very, very, very loved and very blessed this year. It was really, it was, I don't know, man. This is one of my favorite Christmases as far as like the level of appreciation that I got, because both of them looked at me and were like, 2025 was a really rough year for this entire house for a, a myriad of reasons that off recording you guys know a lot more in detail about. Um, I was there a lot to try to support both my wife and my best friend
Yeah.
through as much as I could. And for them to say that they know how much I put in for them this year and that they just wanted to do something really nice for me, that sentiment meant way more to me than the Lego set itself. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna have to kill me to take this Lego set from me.
Yeah.
Like you're not taking it you're not taking it from me. Uh, but yeah, Christmas was awesome. New Year's was filled with poop soups. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, man.
We're off to a very South Parkian start this year. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I forget, by the way, yeah, we've lost Brooksy to the dark side of PC gaming.
Sorry, guys.
But before I forget, I did forget to mention my sister, so I'll just say real quick. You know the Junji Ito horror manga?
Oh
Um,
my god, I love Junji Ito.
I got her the Spiral one, and I got her some Pokemon cards, and she was like, "You
Nice.
were able to find Pokemon cards? Like, yeah, they had them at the Walmart where I'm at, back by the RC cars in the toy section. The hicks out here don't give a shit about that." So, so they were actually pretty easy to find. There's
That's
also
awesome.
there's also a fucking card, toy, and game store out here. Where, because one of the gifts my mom got me was the Assassin's Creed packs of Magic the Gathering cards, so I've started collecting
Hell
those now
yeah.
too.
Hell yeah.
I
Nice.
don't know if I'm gonna play it seriously, but I do want to collect them. There are certain sets that I want, so I'm gonna got the Final Fantasy X one as well. Um,
Nice.
yes,
Hell
good
yeah.
shit. Um, but speaking of things that Hicks don't care about, let's talk about the best media of 2025. Time to transition on over to that topic.
Let's fucking
Let's go.
go.
All right, everybody. It's time for the topic. We're going to talk about 2025. Take a look back one last time, and since this is a pop culture podcast, yeah, that's primarily the what we're going to be looking back at. How was last year in terms of movies, TV shows, video games, and so forth? Um, you know, Brooksy and I have talked about ours a lot. I know his answer for everything, and I'm pretty sure he knows mine too. It's Nick who I'm
Yeah.
curious about here, so I'm gonna let him go. We're gonna go round robin on each thing here. Let's start with movies. Nick, what was your top movie of 2025? Movie of the year?
Oh, dude, I spent so much time at the movie theater this past year.
Yeah, honestly, I think he may have seen more movies than any of us.
Hey.
I might have
That's
played.
such a
I
load.
definitely played the most games.
That's a loaded question. Um, Best movie that I saw in theaters.
Man, you gotta plant your flag on something. As long as it came out in 2025, I don't care how you saw it. I didn't realize it was going to
You
be
know
so hard
what?
for you. You had an answer in our
You
mid-year
know what?
review.
You know what? I'm gonna have to give it to. This should come as no surprise.
Okay.
I'm giving it to Wicked for Good.
What?
Hmm.
What?
Well, I mean, I know
It
Nick is a
No.
huge Wicked stan. You know what's funny? I've heard on some other shows. I haven't seen either of them, so I can't judge it for myself. But a lot of people are saying they didn't like the second half as much as the first half, and they wish they kind of would have just done it all in one movie.
it is almost impossible for them to do it in one movie, and I'll tell you why.
It is a two-act play.
Because
I know.
no, that and if they did, they wouldn't have been able to get as much into it as they have. Because each movie is about 2.5 hours. There's a lot that they fit in to that 2.5 hours.
True, but let me remind you that the Hobbit trilogy is three 2.5 hour movies, and it was one book. Somehow
That's
they
fair.
managed to do three Lord of the Rings books in three different movies, and
Now, keep
not
in
really
mind,
not cut too much out. But I'm saying
little
stuffing too much
uh
extra shit just to make the movies longer and make more money isn't always a good thing.
so little fun fact, a little Wicked history lesson here. For Wicked was a musical. It was book series.
Mm-hmm.
You have Wicked, and then you have Son of a Witch, and then that's Son of a Witch, and then
I did know about the Wicked book.
a,
I didn't
li-
know there was more.
a lion among men.
Okay. Hmm.
So there has been talks in doing expanding on the Wicked universe with John M. Chu behind the helm of a, a adaptation of Son of a Witch. I would be here for that. However, we're talking about Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
Um, the Wicked for Good, the way they did it, I'm glad that they um it had a much darker undertone, and as it should. A lot of people enjoyed the first act more than the second act, so I can understand why a lot of people don't like the second movie as much.
Fair.
However, I loved the changes that they made to the songs. Love the new songs. In fact, this is probably a hot take. For all of the original songs from the musical, I would have to say my favorite song from Wicked for Good is the new song sung by Elphaba, No Place Like Home.
Okay.
Probably a hot take, and I'm
I
probably
mean,
going to get some backlash from that, but you know what? It's a good song, and I love what it stands for.
frankly, it's all subjective. You were allowed to say anything you wanted. However, if you had said until dawn, I was going to mute you. Um, that being said, do you remember what your mid-year review top movie was? Because I do.
I I do not.
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh yeah, that's right. It sure was.
I do remember
That
that.
was a good one. That
Yeah,
was a really good one.
yeah. No, and
It really took me by surprise, and I'm glad that I got to see it in an XD format
and
in theaters.
we'll throw out some honorable mentions there too, because there was actually a lot of good movies last year, but we got to plant our
Oh,
flag
dude,
on one.
you got
And
the Lilo and Stitch live action.
mm,
You got the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
look,
You
Lilo and
take your pick.
Yeah, now the live action How to Train Your Dragon, yes, the Lilo and Stitch one had a shit ending, but
It really fucking did.
um,
We'll say,
well, we do
Ohana
look. We'll get
no
it.
longer means
We have
family.
a section.
hey,
We're gonna have a section for biggest disappointments, so we will get to that.
I did, however, see the new Anaconda movie on my birthday.
Mm.
I will say it's not a tribute. It's not. Sorry. Oh, it is not a remake. It is not a reboot. It is a tribute to the 1997 film, and it's more buddy comedy. It is horror, and dude, it was so fucking funny.
I'm just proud of
And
you for watching movies with snakes in them, honestly.
dude, when I went, Tanner got the tickets, and he's just as scared of snakes as I am. So I looked at him like, bro, are you ready to conquer our fears?
He said, I'll sit through snakes for Paul Rudd. I feel that, though. I feel that,
I
though.
like the whole reason that I wanted to see this in theaters is because it's Jack Black, it's Paul Rudd, and I will say every time Steve Zahn was on screen, he stole the fucking show. It was hilarious. But there were two cameos from two characters from the original uh Conda film. One I knew about because I accidentally spoiled it for myself while scrolling TikTok. But the second cameo really took me by surprise. I'm like, oh,
Well, don't spoil it for us. I might
no,
actually, I
I'm
might
not saying
actually
shit.
watch this ridiculous nonsense.
Not,
If
I'm
I'm
not.
being
I'm not
honest.
saying shit, dude. It was fucking good, and it was first, It was honestly the first of its kind that I've seen. I've never seen a tribute to an older film, but we've always seen legacy sequels. Never seen anything like this before, and I'm here for it. I loved it.
It's very meta. I do like meta.
Very, very. It was really fucking good.
So, Brooksy, I'm pretty sure you and I have the same best movie of the year.
Yeah, and yeah, you're not wrong. My
It's
mid year review has not changed. I
which
do
mine has because mine was Thunderbolts. And
right.
now I after because I hadn't seen the opposite of Saints at that point,
Mhm.
sinners,
and, and
um,
and that's
and
a
I have
and that's
since then.
and that's the thing. Like I do want to take
Sinners
a
was
like a
so
real
fucking
quick
good.
moment
Yes,
because there were a lot of incredible movies that I didn't even talk about during throughout the podcast this year. Like
You
I
glazed
was
the
so
shit out of Sinners.
I did glaze the shit out of it, and it was worth every single drop of that glaze. I was so focused on trying to play as many games this year that that's kind of what a lot of my narrative took over during the podcast last year. I watched quite a bit of movies, and like I want to give special flowers to something something like Sorry Baby, an A24 film that is a it's kind of like it's a dark dramedy aspect about some pretty traumatic events a woman experiences. That is an incredible film. There's also some great documentaries that came out this year or last year. Things like The Encampments or No Other Land finally had a theatrical release in the United States. It's about a Palestinian and a Israeli talking about the genocide that's currently happening in Gaza and the West Bank. That really had a very small limited release. I had to go to a very small non AMC theater to even be able to go and see it. There
Jeez.
were there were movies that shocked me that I enjoyed a whole lot, like Begonia. There are movies that moved me, like Train Dreams. But even with how incredible movies were last year, yeah, it's still Sinners. It's still Sinners,
yeah,
man.
I have
It
to agree
really
with you.
is that
That
it really is like
that
it is a
movie
movie we're gonna be
is
talking about 20 years from now.
yeah, that
Like,
movie is a experience and it's a spiritual experience. That scene where music transcends time is literally
oh,
is the kind of shit that cinemas was
oh,
made for. Like
Oh
oh,
yeah.
that is pure cinema right there. And in a lot of ways, it feels like a Tarantino movie, even though it's not. And I really like that aspect of it.
yep,
And like,
and
it takes a lot to get me into a musical, and this movie is technically at times a musical, and they handle that really well. The everything about the
The dude,
acting, the cinematography, and Michael B.
no,
Jordan just fucking pulling double duty the way he does. And I watched the Dead Meat Kill Count for that. The behind the scenes stuff is phenomenal. Like,
dude,
Oh fuck yeah!
and I get no spoilers, obviously, because the movie's not even a year old. But that final scene at the juke joint in the morning,
yes, God, yes.
oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
Chef's kiss on the ending. I've never seen a landing stuck so hard, quite frankly.
Yeah,
Like that
it
is
really,
like I don't think I've ever seen a more perfect ending to a movie in my life.
it really like that movie. Oh
Poetic
God,
justice.
literally like I didn't buy an immense amount of physical movies in 2025, but I do own a 4K ultra version of Sinners because I needed
You're
that.
goddamn right you do. My honorable mentions for a couple of movies this year, obviously Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were both really good. I think
Yeah.
Marvel's on a comeback. Um, um, and uh, I wasn't feeling the horror stuff as much this year, but there was something that I watched that I'll talk about in the media corner that I am going to review very strongly. But the Black Phone 2 I watched recently, which I thought was
Mm,
a pretty good follow up to that. I think the original is better, but the second one follows up in a really interesting way by having it be the ghost of the grabber is going after his sister now because of the vision she has. It is a very interesting thing with that. While they're trapped at a snowed in camp in the middle of the Colorado mountains. Um, I thought it was pretty well done. The series feels like it's starting to get a little religiousy, but it also kind of like goes after stuck up pretentious religious people at the same time. So it has its cake and eats it too, if I'm being honest. Um, so, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. It was better than people say it is, in my opinion. Speaking of things that are better than people say they are, I know you guys didn't care for it, but I loved Together. I thought it was brilliant. I thought that movie was
Was a hard watch for me.
it was a hard watch, but I think for me the reason I think it's a hard watch for people is not because of the body horror. I think it's because what that movie actually is like a psychoanalysis deep dive into codependency in relationships. And I think that's
mhm.
why I like it so much because it's secretly genius, quite frankly. It's not what you expect it to be, and that's why a lot of people didn't like it audience wise, but it's why all the critics loved it. And I'm on the critic side with that one, if I'm being honest. I think it's a fucking
Fair
brilliant,
enough.
very smart, albeit a little bit preachy movie. Um, but it's not wrong, and that's what's important. I think sometimes you have to be made uncomfortable to reflect on yourself, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it because it made them reflect on themselves and their own relationships a little too hard. It is uncomfortable for that reason, not so much for the body horror, you know. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think. I think more movies should challenge their audience like that. I'm
Yeah.
getting way ahead of myself here, but that was going to be in my entry for underrated movies. I don't know if it technically counts though, because the critics loved it. But I think since the audience didn't, I decided to count it. Um, but actually, I think we can stick with the category of movies for now and hit all the topics, and then move on to TV shows and video games. So that way, we make sure we get everything in. Let me ask you guys, what was the most disappointing movie of last year for you? Like, what did you went into with high expectations and came out upset?
Lilo and
It
Stitch.
was it was Lilo and Stitch, dude. Like I watched it on a plane heading back. I finally actually watched it, and like the reviews, even how bad the reviews are, it was still worse for me. Like I
Still
like
cried though.
I
Yeah,
would have
fair.
Nick, I would have given it like a 4 out of 10, man.
Oh
I'm
god
not gonna lie.
damn!
Like, dude,
Right
I
for the
hated it.
throat.
Oh, dude, I
Oh,
Honestly,
hated it.
I did. I think the lowest score I gave anything last year was either a 7 or a 6, and I can't even remember what the 6 was, to be honest with you. Um,
jeez.
no, wait, it was.
Four.
Yeah, I really,
Was it?
dude,
No, it was Nick that gave him
they
it was Nick that
massacred.
gave him a 6 out of 10. I thought that movie was closer
Yeah,
to a 7.5
no,
myself, but
they massacred my boy. They massacred my boy. Like,
I'm thinking I guess if for me, so if I had to pick, because it's really hard for me to go below a five, and I didn't give anything lower than that, but I guess Until Dawn would technically be the most disappointing based on expectations going in, but I also tempered my expectations. But based on everything else I've seen last year, it was probably the objectively worst movie.
It feels like we're just dunking on Nick right
No,
now.
no, because he said
You
Lilo and
know what?
Stitch. I'm not.
No, it's because I gave it a 4 out of 10, and then
Oh,
you followed up with being like, yeah, and Until Dawn was eh. I'm like, dang,
but
sorry, Nick.
remember, I liked Until Dawn more than you, Brooksy. So I was in the middle.
That is true.
You gave it like
That's
a you
true.
gave it like a
Still,
six.
I will die on this hill, and I will say that the Until Dawn movie fits in with the lore of the game if you look at it as a prequel.
And
That's
and if you
that's
if you if
fair.
you retcon from shit from the some shit from the game and force it in there with a shoehorn, yes. Uh,
Yes,
but
you will
And
die on that
it
hill.
was just,
You will
I
die on
just,
that hill.
it, I'm sorry, it was made in the Buns factory, bro. Like, I did not care
okay,
for
okay,
it.
okay. Opposite question. Opposite question. Biggest surprise. Something you went into with low
Oh,
expectations and loved.
oh, dude, The Running Man. It was The Running Man for me. Like, I
Oh
genuinely thought this
shit!
was gonna be like just like a super overly generic action movie. And don't get me wrong, there are parts of it that are pretty generic over the top action movie, but the underlying tone of systemic oppression
Fuck.
that is so in tune with where we're currently at as a society, as a nation, as humanity in a whole right now. It That movie nailed it on the head, and I feel like it flew over a lot of people's heads watching it, just looking at the reviews, because I'm like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I gave that movie a 9 out of 10, and I stand by that. God, it's such a good movie, and I feel like it should have been on more people's radar.
Part of me wants to say Superman, but I think I'm actually. But I had heard
I
so.
was, you know what?
I'd heard so much good things about it before I finally watched it that I didn't go in with low expectations. I
Yeah,
went in with sky high expectations because of you two. So I think I am actually gonna have to go with Thunderbolts because I watched that one first and I went in with middling expectations. I was like, let's see what they got. You know, this is Marvel Suicide Squad. You know, I wasn't expecting a fucking metaphor for depression and drug abuse. You know, like it was really good. You know, I think, and I'm not the only one who thinks that it surpassed a lot of people's expectations. Like a lot of people were like, "This is gonna suck" before it came out, and then after it came out, they were like, "That was fucking great." So I can't. But you still haven't seen it, Brooksy. I don't think.
no, it's on my list. It's on my list of things to
With
see.
Fantastic
I
Four, I
I
hope.
do. Yes, both of those I do want to
Fantastic
watch
Four
them.
was so good.
I just haven't made the time for it. I need
You'll
to.
definitely want to
I've been
before the new Avengers.
Yeah, you guys have already seen all the little snippets and everything from
Yeah,
the teaser
yeah. Oh yeah,
trailers.
we'll get into that later. But I did just watch the X Men teaser trailer, and man, the nostalgia.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, it felt good. I ain't gonna lie. They're serving up nostalgia, and we're just eating it, bro. Like,
okay. Um, and what was the most underrated and or overrated movie of the year? I already said my underrated. I think it's Together. I don't know if it technically counts because of the critics, but I'm counting it because of the audience. I think it's underrated on the audience end.
The biggest surprise for me
Oh yeah, that too.
was biggest surprise for me was Superman. I went into it with super low expectations because I am still probably to this day a one of the biggest Superman haters.
me too. Me too,
I
man. I
I
agree with you
am
on this.
mad. I'm mad that it's actually I haven't finished it.
Fair.
I'm mad that I'm actually enjoying it.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I tell you something?
It gets
I
so
still
much
cry.
better.
I
Yeah.
still cry watching that movie. Like, dude, when the little Jarhead Purian kid puts up that Superman flag,
Yeah.
ugly tears every time. Like, that movie gets me.
Um. But yeah, oh yeah, let's do underrated and overrated, then move on to TV shows. Um, I'm just I think it's hard because I know I argue that taste is subjective. So honestly, we're just doing this to fun for fun and to stir the pot a little more than anything. I
Okay,
A lot of
I'm down.
people loved Weapons. I liked Weapons, but I don't think I liked it as much as everyone else did. I do think that one is a little
I
overrated,
didn't.
especially compared to
I,
Barbarian.
It's fair.
I didn't really. There was it at times it was hard for me to follow weapons, so that was very underrated for me.
You mean overrated? Because a lot of
Yeah,
people liked it. Under
very overrated.
Underrated is something you liked and everyone else didn't. You know,
Gotcha. Okay, yeah,
like
overrated.
Until Dawn. You would argue Until Dawn was
Yeah.
underrated.
Yeah,
I
very
would
much
I would
so.
say I would say to
But
kind of go to go against you, Justin, for overrated. It was Together for me. Like Together was it was overrated for me. Like a lot of people hyped it up for me, and I'm like, kind of like I talked about in the review. I was like, it was a 7 out of 10. Like it was good. Like it was a good popcorn flick. Like the nuances of codependency was not lost on me or anything like that. I was just like, well, I mean, it was a fun way to kill like an hour and a half. Like some of the scenery was really cool, but overall it was meh.
before we move on to um TV shows, I do want to mention one movie that I really wish Dead Meat would have given more attention to on an episode, like a full podcast episode,
Mm.
was Bring
Mm.
Her Back.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I think
that
they
was
covered
so
that in
good.
their lightning round reviews episode
They
of
did, and I was like, no,
um
no, that needs a full episode. Like
fair.
fucking
But see
fucking
that was another
the
one.
freshest fucking beef jerky, dude. Seriously,
That was another one that I didn't like as much as its predecessor. I liked it. I liked Bring Her Back quite a lot, and the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Dude,
But Talk to Me is still better in my.
yeah.
agreed, agreed.
Here's the thing is I look at it like Talk to Me was like a New York strip steak, man, and and Bring Her Back was like a perfectly cooked sirloin. Like it's still really good.
Ouch,
Don't get me wrong, but like it's not as good as
sirloin.
the as
You couldn't at least go like a filet mignon.
well no, because like I like filet more than I like New York strip. Like
Fair enough.
that's why I
and
Fair
went.
enough.
and
That's why I went to step
I
down.
just want to say
Okay.
before we move on, I really don't like Jared Leto as a person and an actor, but but against my better judgment, I watched Tron Ares because I am a huge fan of the Tron franchise, like the original. And
hmm
Tron Legacy is probably in my
So good.
top
I
20
remember
movies
seeing
of all
that in
time.
IMAX 3D.
It's such a good movie.
Yes,
I
and the Daft Punk soundtrack, the visuals, the
oh,
legacy with Flynn's kid. This movie, Tron Ares, I liked a lot but the reason I liked it is because it's pulling very heavily on your nostalgia, not for Legacy, but the original movie. There is some Tron Legacy in there too, but there is a ass load of callbacks to the OG in this. And even though it's featuring a lot of new characters and stuff, I will say I do not want to give the guy any credit. I don't know if this really counts, but Jared Leto's monotone way of acting actually helps this
is good for
movie.
AI.
Yeah, because he's a fucking program. He's the Tron of this movie, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so
How was Nine Inch Nails music in this one?
it was actually really good. You could tell that
I
they were trying their damnedest to emulate Daft Punk's the soundtrack from the previous movie, but while also making
mhm.
it their own. It's like very electronic, like Daft Punk, but with much more heavy, like more like sinister undertones.
Listen. I love Nine Inch Nails. I have since I was a kid, and like what they've been
Well,
doing in composing music, like Challengers.
oh, it's good.
Dude, the music for Challengers was incredible. So I'm like, I love Tron Legacy, and I was so excited about Ares when it first got announced, and then I saw Leto, and I was
Yeah,
like, nah, I'm out. I'm out. Nope, I'm good. I'm chill.
yeah.
But I do love Nine Inch
I took the
Nails.
bullet on this one, and I watched. I would say a casual Tron fan can probably skip this one, but if you have a lot of love for the series, especially the original movie, I would still give it a watch just because of everything that's that's in it that ties to the original. It's so there's a like I don't want to spoil any of it in case you guys decide to watch it, but I would actually
Yeah.
recommend rewatching the original before watching this because there's so much there that ties in with Encom and Dillinger and Kevin Flynn. Um, but yeah, Nine Inch Nails soundtrack is really good. There's a lot of red in the movie, so their music fits it very well with that sinister tone because a lot of the movie is from the villain's perspective. And another reason to watch this, if you can get past Leto, is Evan Peters plays the villain, and he is really good. He's very unhinged.
Ooh,
Yeah. So
I
it's
do like Evan Peters.
yeah, and
Peters
this
is
one
yeah.
is not only do real people go into the program world in this one, but programs come out to the real world in this one. So they're taking a nice little twist. I would
Okay.
Oh,
honestly
that's
I
cool.
would give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh,
Honestly,
really?
yeah. So it
Okay.
loses points for Leto, but honestly, he's not a main center point of the movie. His screen time is probably he's more like a secondary protagonist than the
Okay.
main one. The main protagonist is the new CEO of Encom because Kevin's son has stepped down by this point in the story. There's new people taking
Yeah.
over. Um, but I really like the new characters. Um,
Oh
Listen,
yeah.
you and I's grading is usually like a point off from one another.
you'll
So like
probably give it a set.
you're
If I had to guess, you would give it a 7.
yeah. If it's gonna be a 7, like I'll give it a try. I'll give it a shot. But if it's a 6, I'm gonna be like, you served me up poop, bro.
I'll give you this. It's a 7. It's a 7 for the visuals and soundtrack alone.
So many
Okay,
poop jokes this season.
Because this,
I know.
I
Where are we at? Like six,
if you like the visuals and
7?
soundtrack of Tron Legacy, think Tron. You know how Tron Legacy was a lot of blue. This is like that, but a lot of red. It's the same trippy
Okay,
visuals, but a lot more red because a lot of it's from the villain's
okay,
perspective.
okay.
And that's why the more sinister Nine Inch Nails soundtrack kind of fits the tone of the movie better too. But yeah, yeah, definitely recommend if you liked the first two movies. This one is, I would say, it's on par with the first one, but Tron Legacy is still the best of the three. Um, TV shows though, Nick, what was your top season of a TV show from 2025? Full season,
This
not a show that started in 2025 and hasn't finished yet. It has to be the full season was out by the end of the year.
so I already know I'm gonna get some backlash from Brooksy on this.
Oh well, I know what it is. I could have
It's
predicted this anyways.
gotta be Has Been Hotel.
Season 2 of The Hotel.
Yes, season two. My hope.
Fair enough. I think he just wants
No,
to be different from us
no.
because he knows what we're both gonna say. We did a whole spoiler
Yeah.
cast on that one.
Okay, no, so no, like I will give credit where credit is due. It Welcome to Derry was fucking solid.
It is.
Every time Pennywise was on screen, it was a goddamn
I
bloodbath.
told you the buildup was worth it, didn't I? And
Oh
the
my
It really
god,
was.
the
yes.
did the shit from the Shining stuff kind of make you appreciate the military side more?
Yes, it
Yeah.
really did. Yes.
Backdoor sequel to
So
The Shining. I'm ready for the Stephen King cinematic universe, please.
even though Vox, it was very Vox heavy, very Vox focused in season 2 of Has Been Hotel. Who was in it for the songs? Like I'd have to I'm gonna have to battle on what my favorite song of the season was. Now that
Ooh.
I'm like I've gotten a little better at my Serpentious impression. I would have to say that my favorite song, Piss.
Fair. Piss, parentheses, a love song.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yes. Between him and Cherry Bomb.
Yes. Out of context, it sounds fucked up, but in context of the show, it makes sense. Um,
Really does.
yeah, season one had better songs in my opinion, but I still think the fucking Gravity is a banger ass song.
Thank you
Uh,
for the birthday present, by the way. The season 1 of Has Been Hotel on Blu-ray,
oh yeah, you're quite
Justin.
welcome. You're quite welcome. That was a nice little secret between me, Sarah, and Brooksy for a minute. Uh,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very pleasant surprise.
it just, I'm glad that it happened to be delivered on a day you were home. It wasn't set to actually come till that Friday, so you showed up
I
early.
actually, no, I actually got it. I was in my mailbox, but by the time I got home from therapy.
So, um, yeah, Welcome to Derry. That's my show, and I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
Brooksy's too. And what
Yeah,
a
it
strong
is.
start to what I'm pretty sure is only going to be a three season miniseries. But honestly,
Ooh,
die young
this
and
Dude,
proud,
sounds
right? Like it
fucking
is.
I
solid.
genuinely like I've always hated clowns like with a violent burning passion. Like I do not mess with clowns, and I
Or
loved.
sci-fi,
Oh,
and
or sci-fi,
and
yeah.
this is
And it was
both.
both. And it was both. And I love like I ate it up. Like it
I'm
was
ex-
I kind of feel like
so
if they
good.
ever decide to actually bring in the giant flying space turtle, then you might be out at that point. Like I feel
But
like that might be too much
but the
for you.
way here's the thing though, like the way that they're progressing the story though, like if it calls for it and it makes sense to me, like it calls for it and makes sense to me. Like
Fair
I
enough.
I
It
for me like
yeah.
for them to be able to like for them to be able to kind of like separate the clown from it like
Mm-hmm.
and to give more background story of like how
the
Pennywise's it kind of came to be like
Yeah. How
it
the
took
how the
the
creature got that form.
yeah, it took the makeup off the clown for me, and it made it such a more palatable experience for me. Because anytime I see a clown, like I immediately tense up. I'm like,
Bill
nope, nope,
Bill
absolutely, f this,
you
I'm out.
Bill
you
Skarsgård is so
do
good.
you do with clowns like I do with snakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Like I've only watched I still plan on watching the second and third one. I've only seen the first Terrifier, and I only watched it one time, and I was like, yeah,
Oh, dude,
that's
I'm
it,
so excited for
I'm good.
Terrifier 4. It's coming out this
um.
this year.
So yeah, the other thing about Welcome to Derry, that show has no chill. It's like 10 times gorier than the movies that it's a prequel to, and it is like even the end of the first episode is like Game of Thrones Red Wedding level. Not it is
So
It's
ridiculous,
so good. It is so
so
good.
subversive. But yeah, I love the cast and everything. I'm excited to see where we keep going with it as the series goes backward. Nick, I will say you might not like season 2 as much because it'll be in the 1930s, and in the opening credits, all those disasters Pennywise was part of it shows.
yeah,
That one's gonna deal with the Bradley gang, the bodies that they found, the gangsters that killed each other in that street shootout. So I so
okay.
so you might have to put up with a little bit of mafia shit for a while. I know you're not a big fan, but then season 3 is going to be in 1908, and that's going to deal with the Easter disaster that killed 102 people, 88 children, that big fire in that factory that you see in the opening that they reference in the movies.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm excited for that. That's the part I'm most excited for. I want to see that shit when they get there.
I'm
Like
excited
that's
to see where the story progresses, to be honest,
and also
regardless of what
yeah.
the story is.
Yes, exactly. But those are the 27-year feeding cycles. So, but
Okay.
I find it interesting they decided to go backwards instead of forwards. That was an interesting choice. Um, so yeah. Besides that, I actually didn't watch a whole lot of TV shows this year. I did start the new season of Fallout, which is really good so far, but that's not done yet. So that's gonna be more of a 2026 discussion down the line. But season 2 of Twisted Metal, where they finally start doing the things, I feel like that should have been nominated for the adaptation at the Game Awards. It got fucking shunned. Was
Mm.
season 2 of The
Yeah, it
Last
did.
of Us this year? It was. It was this year.
Yeah,
That's
that was most disappointing
yeah. That's
by
I'm
far.
putting that one under the disappointments a bit. Like it's
Yeah, that's most disappointing, most overrated. Like I just
That
I
was
was
I
so
don't know if
bummed
it was
out.
overrated. That season got lambasted just as much as the second game, honestly.
It didn't get enough hate.
Which is crazy
how it
because I didn't want
how
it
it
to
won the
anyways because
award for best adaptation, I have no idea.
it just
Yeah, that
it,
lost on me.
it just I didn't want it to get too much hate though because I feel like then it makes the people who hate on the game feel justified. you know.
Well, they're poo poo heads, so there's that.
More poop jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no. But I do have to give flowers to season 2 of Twisted Metal because that was a solid adaptation. Because this is the season where they actually do the car combat contest, and it feels just like the games. The way they handle it, even like the wish, be careful what you wish for shit at the end. Like it's
I
fucking
haven't
solid.
even I haven't even finished season one, and I feel like I need to start season two just because it has all the car combat shit.
Honestly, season 2 starts with a pretty long ass recap of season 1. You don't really need a
Oh,
lot.
fair enough.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, season 2, like it takes a couple episodes to get there, but once it does, yeah, it's like every episode is a different like killing game challenge, basically.
Let's say
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
before I start on anything else, I want to give all my attention to Stranger Things because I just started that.
Yeah, what the
Ah,
fuck else
yeah.
did I watch TV wise in
Yeah,
2025?
you know what?
Rick and Morty, I guess.
Um,
Yeah, South Park.
I
That's it basically.
I actually
Oh,
do want to. I
SNL.
do
I
actually
do want
want
to say SNL has been a really good season so far. Not a
Oh
bad
my god.
Yeah.
not a bad episode in the bunch. It has been one of their best seasons in a long time.
I fucking
Actually,
cried during the Christmas episode that Ariana Grande hosted when they
Yeah,
did Bowen's farewell
yeah.
skit.
Bowen Yang's farewell skit made me cry too because he started crying in it.
Oh my
Bowen
god.
did. It
Yes.
got me.
Yes.
I'm gonna miss that man. He's one of the funniest people on that
He
show.
really was. Like I lost my shit when he came out the weekend update as Dobby.
At least we still have Marcelo. At least we still have Marcelo Hernandez.
He has a Netflix special a Netflix stand-up special by the way.
Ooh,
Marcelo?
oh yeah. What were you gonna say, Brooksy? TV wise?
um, yeah, TV wise, I was gonna say I do actually want to retract for my most oh, what was it? Not what was I gonna say?
Overrated, underrated, disappointing.
Overrated. Thank you. My I want to retract my most overrated on Last of Us season 2 because you are right. There is quite a fair amount of flack on it, and I really hate to say this right now, and I'm not going to say why at all whatsoever. But my most overrated is season 5 of Stranger Things because I did watch the entire season. Um,
That's actually getting a lot of
it
flack too, if I'm being honest. I mean,
it
not a
it
lot,
it
but
is it is
mostly because of
but
Will, though.
it is yeah, well,
Spoilers,
Will's
please.
No
Will's
spoilers.
not a no,
It's
it's
mostly
not
a lot of
Will,
people are
not
saying
Will the
that.
character, Will the actor.
A lot of people are saying
I got beef with him.
from what I've seen, they're saying that you can kind of tell that some people are phoning it in this season, like they're ready to be done with this shit. Particularly
Yeah,
Dustin's character. But then I also seen
wholeheartedly.
the counter argument about stuff that happened in the previous season and why he's acting that way. No
Mhm.
spoilers, but
I would say I would wholeheartedly disagree people's opinions on Dustin. I think Dustin was actually one of the best parts of
Was
season
Dustin
5
fun?
for me. Like Dustin's character is probably my favorite part of season 5. I don't want to give any kind of spoilers
yeah,
because I
I
know that
haven't
you just
watched
finished season
and I
1.
haven't watched any of season 5 yet. I did just
Yeah,
watch Dead Meat's 2-part kill count for season 4 though recently, so it's season 4 is fresh in my memory.
yeah. Um, I will say, due to the circumstances that lead into season 5, like I personally think that Dustin gave the best performance out of the entire crew, out of the entire show. Like for me personally,
Oh, nice. I'm glad to hear that.
for reasons that I don't want to say out loud because you're here, Nick, but I'll share with you later, Justin. I think Dustin was the person that gave the best performance, but this season was even with it being like subpar reviews, I still think it's overrated.
Fair.
And that's just for me
I'll
personally.
see what I think when I
Yeah,
Um,
let
finally
me
watch
ask
it.
you this. Let me ask you this, Brooksy. Do you think the
yeah,
finale should have gotten a theatrical release?
no,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
no,
Which is funny
no.
because I heard Dead
That
Meat.
made that made like that made like 1.5 million dollars.
On their recent podcast
Yeah,
episode, I will tell you, Dead Meat. They talk about it. They because Chelsea is not a fan of the show, and James is, And she binge watched a whole bunch of seasons back to back. So stuff like flashback scenes that they do in season 4 and stuff were completely lost on her. Where for us, because we waited so long, was more emotional. And they
Yeah.
actually saw the finale in theaters, and it's pretty much what you'd expect. Chelsea hated it, James loved it, so it was.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like cuz I remember like when the show first came out, like I watched the entire first season within the first month of the
The
show being
first
released
season
and
is
like
objectively the best. It's
oh,
a Steve
absolutely.
it's a Spielbergian style masterpiece, very ET coded, that
It's
type of
yeah,
shit.
and I loved, oh god, I loved Stranger Things so much. And again, very strange for me to do that because I am not a very big sci-fi person. This is a very sci-fi coded show. And but I
Well, no,
love
it's
like
more D&D coded. Honestly,
yeah, I
all the
mean,
monsters, everything that they're pulling is straight from D&D. Vecna is a D&D monster. The Mind Flayer is a D&D
very
monster.
very true. I'm not giving spoilers. That's all I'm
No,
gonna say.
I know what you're saying.
Um,
Alternate dimensions are not sci-fi. The upside that's more paranatural, like Control.
yeah, you haven't seen season 5 yet.
Okay, fine, fair
Um,
enough. Fair enough.
it just I don't know. It was very overrated for me. That's where I'm going to leave it. It felt very How I Met Your Mother final season.
Okay, fine. That's fair. I'll see what I see. I'll see what I think when I watch it. I'll just say Robin is my. Nick hasn't met her yet. I think she doesn't come until season 3. But Robin is probably my favorite character. She's very autism.
Oh, I love Robin.
She's autism coded and she's adorable and relatable.
Yeah, no.
Um.
I have started
Anyways,
season 2 where they introduced Eddie Munson and Max.
Yeah. Um.
Eddie.
Yeah. Max is cool.
Yeah.
Max will be there for the rest of the show. She's great. Sadie Sink's character.
Hmm.
But Robin's introduced in season 3. So that's
Okay.
the season 3 is the summer season where they spend a lot of time at the mall. It's very 80s coded.
Season
Okay.
2. Is that where did you get
Season 2
introduced to
is
Bob Newby?
I think season 2 is the one with Sam Wise Gamgee in it. Yes.
Yeah, Bob Newby. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
And I think it's the 4th of July season.
I think so, yeah.
It's the
Yeah, yeah.
season that
Or no, wait. No,
supposedly
that's the shopping mall season, isn't it? That's the summer one.
Is that
With
season
something.
3?
the carnival. Yeah, that's season 3.
Yeah.
Um
Anyways,
but anyway, yeah,
and I-
we didn't watch a lot of shows this year, so let's talk video games.
oh
Um
yeah,
Nick,
that I did get heavy in.
we already know mine and Brooksy's.
What? You don't know anything?
Nick, what was your game of the year 2025 out of the new
my
ones you played?
game my game of
GTA
the
5 Online
No,
Mansions.
no, it doesn't
no
count.
oh no no my game of the year 2025 going to South of Midnight.
Good choice.
Great choice.
I
Yeah,
will
no
strongly accept
complaints.
that. No,
Yeah, that great choice,
this
man.
is the one where we're all different because everyone knows for me it was the 100 Line Last Defense Academy. I won't go into too many details here because I already have on a different podcast episode and a YouTube video. And Brooksy,
Was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I know, shocker. I really thought it was going to be Black Ops 7, but it turned out to actually be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Uh, which, again, I have also talked on a
yeah,
YouTube video and another episode and everything else, but
right. Yeah,
it's peak.
Brooksy and I already went to details about our top 10 games of the year. So I want to give Nick a little more time here to talk about this because
Yeah.
we did our honorable mentions and all that shit in a completely different episode. So I want to let Nick have the floor for video games here a little bit.
Dude, so South of Midnight, I wasn't I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that I was able to roll credits on it. Oh my god, the story was so fucking good.
Yeah, it's a very finishable game.
Very much so.
Since you like that, I would really recommend grabbing its If you guys still have Game Pass, it's on there as one of the backwards compatible 360 games. Alice Madness Returns, an Alice in
Oh,
Wonderland
dude,
story.
classic. Love that game.
Because South of Midnight, a lot of South of Midnight is heavily inspired by that game. You can tell the DNA
Yeah,
is in there.
yeah. I have it on I have it on Steam.
It is a great game. It is basically I don't want to call it a horror game because it's not. It's definitely a lot like South of Midnight, but it's got that same like horror undertone in like enemy design and stuff.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, and it's got you like you get like a pepper grinder that is like a Gatling gun, you know, or you get like a wooden horse. Or your main weapon is a butcher knife, but there's like a wooden horse toy that you can use as like a heavy weapon and stuff like that. It's like very macabre, but also cutesy at the same time, kind of like a Tim Burton
Right.
nightmare. Um,
Fair
gro-
enough.
grotesque but beautiful. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely play Alice Madness Returns if you like South of Midnight. Was there? What else did you play new this year that you really enjoyed?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4.
Yeah, it was
There's
fun.
some certain nostalgia to it, especially playing it on PlayStation 5.
Mm.
Yo, yeah, good shit. Let's see. I know you played a little bit of Sword of the Sea. I know you played. Did you ever try Avowed?
Oh, I have not gotten to Avowed yet.
Oh,
Fair
did you
enough.
see the showcase about Avowed? It's coming to the PS5. They're doing a new game plus and a bunch of other stuff.
Ooh, good.
Wait, it's coming to PlayStation Plus?
Not PlayStation Plus. It's just coming to PS5 because it's been on Xbox Game Pass or Xbox in
Okay,
general as
gotcha,
an
gotcha, gotcha.
exclusive, but it's
Okay,
finally coming to PlayStation. They're doing new game plus. I think some new classes, like a bunch of new stuff that they just announced, which is really cool.
okay.
Yeah, I'd actually have to give Avowed my most underrated game. I think of last year. I want to give it to 100 Line Last Defense Academy, but I wouldn't call it underrated among the people that know about it. It has a very neat. It has a cult following, but that cult following is a very strong fan base.
Fair
Um,
enough.
Yeah,
Pretty much carryovers
I'd
from Danganronpa, but you know,
I'd give my underrated to Skate Story. I really honestly was not expecting this game, and for me to love it as much as I do, but oh man, is it awesome!
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't picked that up since I started it.
Oh, well, fine.
do you mean that in a
That's why
bad
it's
way, or
underrated.
do you mean that in just the
Not in a
usual?
bad way. It's just
Okay,
that I busy watching shows,
no, yeah,
playing
fair
other
enough.
games.
Yeah,
Fair,
I get it.
fair, fair, completely fair.
I,
Um,
honestly, Brooksy, I'm waiting for you to be available one of these evenings to do a campaign with me on Baldur's Gate 3.
I have it on Steam out, and it's got cross-platform, so yeah, sure, I'd be down.
Most overrated game of 2025, Kingdom. No, I'm just kidding. I was about to make Brooksy have an
Overrated?
aneurysm.
Excuse
O-
me.
No, no, no,
overrated?
no, 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 no.
Overrated? Overrated? I
It's
don't think it gets any overrated, any more overrated than Expedition 33.
no that it can't be overrated if it deserves the praise.
True. I would not call. I would say that's appropriately rated. That is. Uh, we're talking about overrated
You can't call
games.
a game overrated that you've only played for an hour. You haven't seen the parts of the story that make you go holy motherfuck yet.
Fair enough.
Right. Right. If you can't play that game, then watch the goddamn cutscenes on YouTube at least, because everyone needs to see that story. That story is I consider required viewing. Uh
Yeah.
no, honestly, I think it's Arc Raiders for me. I don't. I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm not a competitive multiplayer person, anyways. But just like the use of AI in it and stuff like that, it rubs me the wrong way. And
Yeah.
it's designed. It's one of those games that's designed so that bullies can pick on people who are just trying to fight the robots and do their own thing. And I hate that shit so much.
Uh,
So I like, it's fun listening to people's stories about it that do enjoy it, but whatever. Quite frankly, being a Scrooge here, but
I'm trying to
Bah
think. Like
humbug.
I don't know if I have an overrated game because I didn't play Arc Raiders. Like it I as soon as I saw the AI voicing and everything, I was like, that's not worth $40 to me. Like I'm not willing to try it out. I'm trying to think if I have an over based off of reviews. And I know this is gonna hurt you, Justin, and I'm really sorry, man. I'd probably say Sword of the Sea. I I
mm,
enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I just like the way that reviews and you talking about being like a Marvel spectacle, like just so gorgeous, and it is a pretty game. Um, it's just like I finished it and I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, that was cool. Like, I
I
mean, it was fun.
I mean, the way I fancied up my words in my top 10 video on YouTube, you really would think that it was like I was talking
The end
about
all be
like
all.
a fucking
Yeah,
like I was talking about like a fucking Da Vinci painting, like
exactly. And that's like, and I played it. And don't get me wrong, it is a pretty game.
I know how to sell
I
it. I know how to
just
sell it. I know how to word
Yeah,
it.
and listen, you sold me enough to actually play through the game. Like I played it, and now granted, it only took me like 3 or 4 hours, but um, it was a good game. I just like compared to the reviews, not just from you, but like in general from Metacritic, OpenCritic, whatever it may be. Like it was like I didn't get this feeling that a lot of people did, and so I get like it feels like a cop out because again I did enjoy the game. It just like I just didn't enjoy it as much as other people did, if that makes sense.
Nope, nope, that's fair because that's like me with weapons. I get it,
Yeah,
which I think you enjoyed more than me.
I
So
yeah I loved weapons. I thought it was great. That's why you guys were talking about being overrated. I'm like,
well, that's that.
I thought it was kind of.
That's fair. I feel like we all. I think Nick had the most blasphemous, egregious, overrated there. Is that your serious answer? Expedition 33. He's
No.
like, oh, okay.
No,
Okay,
No, he was
definitely
ruffling
not.
feathers. He was pulling a Beauty and the
okay,
Nah.
Beast. I see.
yeah. I
No,
was like, those
do
are
uh,
do you do
fighting
you have a
words.
serious answer, or was there not really?
Arc Raiders.
Okay, fair enough.
Never, I
Yeah, I just
haven't played it, but it's just no, I'm not
I'm not a shooter to begin
the only
with. Like,
multiplayer game I really care about. You guys know I've glazed the shit out of it on here. Grand
yeah,
Theft
Yeah,
Auto
GTA
Online,
Online.
yeah.
GTA
No,
Yeah,
Online.
I get it. Well, we've played it. Honestly, the new South Park stuff might drag me back into Fortnite for a little bit. Especially because I
yeah.
still have Game Pass and it gives me Fortnite crew, so it'll be easier for me to get their skins.
What's funny is I kind of like at this point in life, I it's almost like a badge of honor. I have never once played or even downloaded Fortnite in my entire all of my years of gaming. I have still never played it a
I'm
single time.
I'm very
I might
picky
have to
about when I play it. They have to be doing very specific shit for me to go in.
might
Ah,
have to
that's fair.
Justin, you and I might have to hop on Fortnite one of these days, and I can be one of the K-pop demon hunters.
Like when they did the summer vibe and shit, where they had the roller coaster and the bouncy mushrooms and all that. That was one of the best things they ever did. Quite frankly, like that, I miss it so much. They had the
Honestly, I
trees.
know.
They had loot trees. You would like plant fruit and it would grow into a tree, and then the tree would drop fruit that has loot in it. So you would just like when you drop from the bus, you would land at your loot tree and get all your shit. Like it was the best season ever, honestly.
Say, and then you got me into it when we did a Let's Play with Ryan.
Yeah.
When they did the Eminem collab back in December of 2023.
Nick kept testing fall damage in a game where if you die, you stay dead.
I
Like,
remember that.
Oh,
yeah.
That shit was fucking. The way you edited that was hilarious.
Um, but anyways,
Brooksy, you get the chance. You need to go and watch that Let's Play.
okay,
yeah.
I'd be down.
Um, that was I forget what
It's
they were
so
doing
fucking
at that
funny.
point. They had rocket launchers or something, and they had the little bubbles you can drive around in. Um,
Yeah,
but
that was like the very beginning of rocket racing.
so Is there any not movie, TV show, or video game thing from 2025 that you want to throw out there, like media wise? Any notable music or new podcasts or um, other new books, anything like that?
Um,
Uh,
yes.
I figure there might be some music at least.
Yeah, I've got music and I've got music and book and podcasts, really, honestly. Um, music, I just want to give a quick shout out for my immense amount of love for Grandson's new album, Inertia. It is 40 minutes of heart pumping, just true revolution based Linkin Park Rage Against the Machine esque styled rock music, and it rips. I got to see it live earlier
oh
this
yeah.
year, and it was a phenomenal album that I highly recommend people checking out. Um, Book wise, I want to give a shout out to Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've
Mm.
finished the first two books in the series. There's currently, I think, seven. So I'm a little behind. I'm finally starting to catch up. But dude, it's essentially if you took an RPG and put it in a book format. It is. I think both of y'all would absolutely love. I don't know how much y'all read or not. I definitely recommend it for both of y'all specifically. Like it is very video game coded. It is hilarious. It is like raunchy toilet humor throughout it as well. It is such a fun book to read.
Does it come
Um,
in audiobook form?
yes, and I think they even do like voices and all that stuff. And I've heard the
Nice.
audiobook is really good.
Okay.
But yeah, highly recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is such a good series. I'm just now starting the Anarchist Cookbook, which is the third book in the series. Um, and
Okay.
then lastly, this is not a new podcast. They actually celebrated their 10th anniversary last year. They just kicked off their 11th year this year. But I've been really leaning into their content. I actually subscribe to their Patreon so I can listen to it ad free while I'm working and everything. It's kind of funny Gamescast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just like I started listening to them at the beginning of last year, and after listening to them for a few months, I signed up for their Patreon to get all of their extra stuff, all ad free, the Greg way, like all that stuff. Um, like if you enjoy what we do here, like they're dude, they're awesome, and they're on Twitch, they're on every form of like media possible, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. I've grown to be a big fan of them over the past year.
Oh yeah, I think every gamer worth their salt knows about Greg Miller.
Oh yeah, I know.
uh,
Like the Greg Way takes are always hilarious because it's just him driving into the office and him just ranting about random BS for 20 minutes, and I'm like, this is like the ramblings of my own personal inner mind. I super love this.
Nick, any top any music or books or otherwise that came out last year for
There
you? Big.
was a
I mean, we all know Has Been Hotel and Wicked soundtracks.
the soundtracks for Wicked and Wicked for Good and Has Been Hotel season 2. Trying to think.
I know you had been getting into Grandson a little bit this year too.
Yeah, just I haven't listened to his new album yet.
Okay.
Ah, dude,
Was the new
can't wait
Lincoln
for
was
you
the
to.
new Lincoln Park this year or was that last year? Or
That
like
was last
That
year.
was
oh,
last year.
2024?
Um,
Okay.
um, had something.
Was there a new Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll had several collaborations this year, but not he is this last year. But nothing like as a new full length album.
Hmm. Okay. I know Gorillaz put out a couple singles for an album coming out in 2026. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. All right. Anything besides music?
Uh, you know
Eh,
what? I'm having. I'm drawing a bit of a blank.
Fair enough. Let's squeeze in real quick then, and then we'll move on to the media corner. One last thing. What we're looking forward to most in 2026, media wise. And I'm just going to say real quick for me Resident Evil Requiem, Wolverine, Avengers Doomsday.
I'm looking forward to Markiplier's movie Iron Lung.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Looking forward to the new Jackass movie coming out in June. Um,
I feel like you're missing the most obvious thing for you.
yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is. There it is.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is amongst my most anticipated forms of media this year. Um, but I am also really looking forward to the oh why
Oh, season 5 of The Boys, the final season.
That's actually what I was gonna say.
That's on my list.
oh yes, I almost fucking forgot.
Yep, that's
Um,
this year. What are yours, Brooksy? Besides The Boys?
Yeah, I was like TV show, series finale of The Boys. Very very hyped about that. Movie wise, the one that keeps catching my attention is A24's Robin Hood that's coming out in the next few months.
Oh, okay.
That looks really, really, really good. I am a diehard A24 stan though, so that it feels so unsurprising.
you know what?
It,
I fell in love with A24 this past year. So
Mm-hmm.
dude, I love them. I love
I fell in
them
love with them in
so
2024. I don't know
much.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've been following them since like 2018.
Oh, damn, okay.
I have the I pay like $5 a month. I've been a founders member of the A20
Right.
Triple A24 club like forever. Like, and I think it's like $20 a month. I
I'm
still pay $5.
contemplating it.
I
Ten
love
dollars.
it. I love it, man.
It's $10 a month where we're at.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Um, but and then video game. I know I'm looking at this with rose tinted glasses. Like, I think they're gonna fully deliver. I don't know, but I am so hopeful it does. I am most excited for Crimson Desert.
Oh,
That
okay.
is
Yeah.
that is the game that I'm like I am so excited and so curious to see if it lives up to my unrealistic expectations.
The only other video game, well, there's two other video games that I can say that I'm really excited for this year is Directive 8020
Oh, yeah. That too.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Wolverine
Wolverine's gonna
absolutely
fucking
is a
slap.
given.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wolverine is
Um,
definitely gonna slap,
I'm going into that with sky high expectations.
right?
Yeah, I think we all are like.
Especially after the Spider-Man games.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I the only one excited for Avengers Doomsday? Uh,
Um,
We will probably be in the theaters for that one, just not opening weekend because I know how Marvel movies can get on opening weekend, and I am not
fair enough.
trying to
And
put
this one is
myself in a claustrophobic panic attack.
probably the
yeah,
biggest crossover that they've done yet. What with bringing in the X Men and all.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I have tempered expectations just based off of MCU over the past several years. They did do
Well,
really
yeah, they've
they
made a
did have a
comeback
step
this year.
they I was going to say they have had a step up this year between Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. Is it enough for us to say MCU is back? We'll
I'm
find out
calling
this
it.
year.
I'm calling it a renaissance. I say
I
yes. I
am
say this is the Fantastic Four and Thunderbolts was their Little Mermaid and Aladdin. You know,
I
that's
don't
the
know.
start.
I
I,
am
I think we're in the era of DC. That's where I'm currently sitting at right now. Is like I'm more excited about Supergirl than I am
because James
I,
Doomsday.
Gunn.
I mean,
Because
I'm
James
excited
Gunn.
about that
Bingo.
too. I'm excited about that too. I am excited
Um
about that too. But I can have both. God damn it.
I am
You can
fully
absolutely
I am
have your cake,
fully
eat it.
fully expecting least Deadpool cameo, not a Deadpool and Wolverine cameo.
Don't expect that until the second part. Trust me on this. As someone who knows what happens in the comics, Secret Wars plays heavily on Deadpool and Spider Man. So I wouldn't
Ooh,
expect it till part two. And we do get another Spider
okay.
Man movie coming this year, I think actually.
Yes,
That I'm actually more excited about than I am on Doomsday.
I
But I'm
am.
pretty
Yeah,
sure it's gonna lead
will
directly into it.
will
Like,
most definitely be in theaters for the new Spider-Man.
well,
Yeah, I will
It
probably.
will
That'll
more
be.
yeah.
depending on like I'll probably see it in theaters twice because I want to see it myself, and if it's friendly enough, I want to take Willow to see it because I know she loves
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Fair enough.
I am. No, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and that will be an opening weekend screening for myself. It'll probably be the first
Not
opening
me.
weekend Marvel movie. I know for but it the last time I saw a Marvel movie opening weekend was the last Spider-Man movie, so like I'll be there opening weekend.
Well, with all that being said, let's take one more look into the past before we say goodbye to it with a few Media Corner
Eh,
reviews.
let's fucking
Let's do
go.
it.
Let's mosey on over.
All right, everybody, here we are at the Media Corner, the part of the show reserved for news, reviews, recommendations, sometimes previews. And once again, we spin the old wheel of randomization to see who is in the going of the first here. Brooksy.
All right. I'm actually going to be talking about a older show. And I don't want to give it a full review, but just a very, very, very strong recommend. I have been spending the past couple of weeks watching through Peaky Blinders.
Oh,
I
I've heard of
don't.
this.
Yeah, it's a BBC original show. It's been brought onto Netflix, so you can watch it on Netflix or wherever you find your media outlets, because I personally don't utilize Netflix. It is one of my wife's, Sam's, favorite shows of all time, and has been trying to get me to watch this show for since we first started dating, I think. Um,
Oh, okay.
I know later on this year there's actually going to be a Peaky Blinders movie that's going to be coming out not only, I believe, on Netflix, but it's also going to be coming to theaters as well, called Peaky Blinders: The Immortal Man, and
Okay.
it's to finish the series. I believe there's a total of 6 seasons. Each season is 6 episodes long, and each episode is, I want to say, each episode is either 45 minutes or an hour long. So it's not like a short watch, but it's also not like it's not like Supernatural where it's 24 episodes and each one's an hour long and there's 8 billion seasons. Like it's something that's totally doable, and I have fallen in love with this show, man. Like I knew that Killian Murphy had game. I didn't know he balled like this, man. This show is based on a real gang that existed in England in the early 1900s, essentially like right after World War One is when the
Oh,
show
geez.
starts, and it's set in like think Assassin's Creed Syndicate world. Like that's the kind of world that it's set in. That kind of,
Industrial London.
yes, industrial London. It's originally based in Birmingham in the UK. It does eventually go to London later on in the show. Uh, I am I believe I'm halfway through season 3 right now, and it is some of the best world building I've seen in a TV show. It is
Hmm.
some of the best narrative that I've seen. Like it is a full-fledged drama slight action kind of show, and it is essentially about this gang's rise to power. And I know I mentioned earlier that it is based off of a real gang. The Peaky Blinders are a group that did exist in the UK during that time period. But they take a lot of they take a lot of historical liberties. Also,
Just like
think
Assassin's
as
Creed.
I was gonna say, literally think Assassin's Creed. Like the people that existed around Ezio Auditore de Firenze were real people.
Yeah.
The things that conspired in the game, we leave some things up to the imagination, and it's very much that
Yes.
as well. Um,
Yes,
but it
the apple of Eden was responsible for George W. Bush. Like, yeah.
Exactly, because in this show, the Peaky Blinders are a very real gang. The Shelby family, that is the essentially the main meat and potatoes of the Peaky Blinders. The Shelby family did not actually exist, but you follow the Shelby family. The main person being Thomas Shelby, who is Killian Murphy's character. He's the main protagonist. I mean, we'll use that phrase kind of loosely of protagonist in the show, and it's about his rise in basically being a gang lord for Birmingham and London and the UK as a whole, and it is almost like it watching his rise of power is almost like watching like a early 1900s Breaking Bad level of rise of power. Like it is it is incredible. I think the only complaint that I've really had about this show so far is that at least from season 1 to season 2 and season 2 to season 3, there is a pretty decent size leap in time between each season. Like it is 2 years later from season 1 to season 2, and then it's like another 2 years later from season 2 to season 3. The first episode, for me personally, has a bit of pacing issues where it's like a lot has happened in the past couple of years, and it's like I'm having to like put the pieces back together to be like, what is happening? Why is this going on? Who is this person? Why are there Russians here now? Like, what is happening? Um, but after that first episode of just like a bit of confusion, it like really flushes itself out in that second episode. Come the third episode, it's like we are fully off to the races, and it is some of the most bonkers things I can see. It's like watching Killian Murphy's character is essentially like playing 5D chess, trying to outsmart everyone around him,
Mm.
and he does it really, really, really well. It's got some great well-known actors throughout it as well, including people like Tom Hardy is a pretty big focal person in season 2, and I've been watching this show because I want to be able to go and see this in theaters, The Immortal Man, when it comes out with Sam because she's so excited about it. And man, what a delightful surprise the show's been. I've heard a lot of great recommendations about this show, and now I get to be a person that equally gets to recommend it. Like I'd probably give it thus far a an 8.5 if I were to put a number on it, but I don't want to give it a full number quite yet, just because I haven't finished the series. But I see why people love this so much, and Sam's told me repeatedly, just wait until you get to season 4 because that's when the show like really, really, really takes off. So, yeah, that's my recommend of kind of a older show that's going to be ending its series run this year in 2026.
Very nice. I'm gonna go
It
ahead and
it
add that to the list
it's
of
worth it.
maybes for me.
It's worth it. I was shocked at how much the show is actually worth it.
So I have a full-fledged review of something that is fairly newish still, and I'm gonna talk about. I wouldn't call it a horror movie per se, more thriller, but it's a horrific situation to be in for sure. The Long Walk, a
Ah, yes.
film adaptation of a book that Stephen King wrote under a pen name Richard Bachman. Um, this movie imagines a dystopian alternate past where America is in an economic crisis, and one of the things that they do to bring back work ethic and hope to the world and all that for whatever twisted reason is 50 boys, one from each state, I believe, are drawn by a lottery to participate in this what is basically the endurance
Ooh.
version. It's the endurance version of a killing game where they have
Mm.
they have to walk and keep walking until only one of them is left. Basically,
Hmm.
it's one of those
Jesus.
situations where only one person can win because in order for you to win, everyone else has to be dead. And so it is
Jesus
at its
Christ.
at its core, it's very killing game coded, but it's more endurance based because these kids are all being led by a military commander played by Mark Hamill, a
Oh,
general, and
okay.
there are there are soldiers and tanks in front and behind them to make sure that they never stop. The thing is, they can never drop below 3 miles per hour. If they drop, you can't drop below 3 miles per hour. They give you warnings. They'll say one warning, then they'll wait 5 seconds. Two warnings, they'll wait another 5 seconds. Third warning, and another 5 seconds, and then they shoot you. Um, so if you fall behind for any reason and you can't get up before the warnings, and here's the other thing too, each warning that you get, you have to walk for an hour to wipe that warning off. So if you have three warnings, you have to walk for 3 hours to get rid of all three of those warnings. And if you fuck up again within the first hour, then you're just dead. So this movie, it seems like the kind of thing that you're going to get easily desensitized to because obviously people are going to die. It's
Hmm.
that kind of movie.
Yeah.
Any other movie like this, yes. The more people die, the more desensitized you get to it. It's just gory, mindless fun. Not this movie. This movie, the further it goes, the more attached you get to these characters, the harder it is to see them die as you go through the movie. It
Oh
becomes
God.
the opposite
Okay.
experience of what you're used to from this, and that is part of what makes it so brilliant. I will tell you this, there are some parts in this movie where I cried, and I don't mean I just cried, I bawled. I genuinely was like, I couldn't stop the tears from coming. It was heart wrenching shit. This movie should be mandatory viewing in psychology classes in college. It is a very interesting deep dive into the way a person's moral compass can turn at the drop of a dime when they're faced with a situation where it's life or death. How under the camaraderie of them all being in this situation together, people end up inevitably becoming friends with each other, and then when the realization hits later on that one of them is eventually going to have to die, and how the movie handles that emotionally. I will say this. There are some kids in this I recognize from other movies like The Maze Runner and stuff, but a lot of the actors are kind of like up and comers. And this is going to be crazy to say. I love Mark Hamill. He's a great, phenomenal actor. In this movie, he's giving a very generic performance. These kids are acting fucking circles around him in this movie.
Wow.
Eee.
Yeah, I will say that. That's not necessarily a bad thing though, because it lends to part of what the emotional strong points of some of this is. It's 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 the kind of it's the kind of movie that like really takes a deep dive into like friendship and the human psyche and like how far
Yeah.
people are willing to go, what you're going to do when you're faced with death, and like what some people are willing to do. There are some characters in this movie that realize that their time is coming and they take fate into their own hands instead of letting the soldiers do it. It's there are it's if you like gore, there's a lot of that in here. It's not just people being shot in the head. There's a kid walking on a broken foot for a good portion of the movie.
Jesus Christ.
Someone gets their legs ran over by a tank at one point. It is violent. It is very violent.
Oh.
And sometimes the violence and the visceral mixed with the emotional impact makes it's like it's gut-wrenching stuff, but it is one of the best movies of 2025 in my opinion. I actually almost considered it making my top movie of the year,
Wow.
honestly.
Really?
Wow.
Like it is that good. And I will say for anyone who read the book, it stays in line with it a lot except for the ending. The ending is different, but it's not that different. And if I had to say, I'd say I actually like the movie's ending better, if I'm being honest.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
You want to know another movie that is also originally written by Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King, that also had a variant different ending? A movie that also came out in the past year was
Running
The
Man?
Running Man. Yeah.
Yeah. I do plan on watching that. I think though this is a very strong entry. The acting is really good. The emotions are really good. The way the music swells at the right moments. Also, this is one of the most edge of my seat intense movies I've ever seen. There are moments where it you really start to question what's going to happen next with certain characters. There are some very devastating moments where I mean characters have been walking for like literally days straight and they come upon a very steep incline and it's like oh god, this is where a lot of people are going to die because they're going to fall behind, and it's that tension. This is fucking ass clenching tension, the movie. Quite frankly, like it's there.
Jeez.
There's a lot of it there, but it is so good. It's what makes it good. I never looked away from the screen once in this movie for any reason. My eyes were glued the entire time. Um, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Strong
Oh
9 out of
wow.
10. Mark, believe it or not, Mark Hamill's performance is the only thing that hurts it, if I'm being honest. Um,
Oh,
but
Wow.
I will say though, I will say this, no spoilers or anything. There are some interesting narrative twists in this movie that I wasn't expecting at all, especially for the kind of movie it is. I will I will tell you this though, one thing that might disappoint some people, it is predictable in a lot of ways. As soon as the end as soon as the ending came, even knowing the book ends differently, I knew how the movie was going to end the moment it did what it did. Like I knew what was coming next. Also, I will say you can tell who the last two people are going to be in this movie, like the last two survivors, within the first 15 minutes. Like
That's fair.
it's pretty obvious from the get-go. That being said though, it doesn't change the impact of everything else. This is a journey more than destination type movie. And that's actually amplified in the movie itself where they basically say there is no finish line. This is like a last man standing competition. Like they're gonna keep going and going, and I'm telling you, when they keep going, they keep going to the point where their feet are literally bleeding because they've been walking for so long. It is
Ugh.
brutal. It is brutal, but it is so good. It is brutal visually and it is brutal emotionally. And like I said, I cried. It's been I don't think anything written by Stephen King has ever made me cry before. This movie made me cry, like genuinely cry. So
jeez.
it is
All right.
very good. It is a must watch, an absolute must watch. Trust me on this.
Well, it was. If it wasn't on my watch list before, it definitely is now.
It's
I
been
I
on my
thought
watch list for a while, and I think I need to pull the trigger.
And I honestly, part of what got to me too, I'm very sympathetic. I like to put myself in the shoes of people too. I thought to myself, if I was in this situation, I would probably be one of the early ones to go. I don't think, like, maybe not one of the first ones, but definitely somewhere in the middle. Like, I would not survive this. And I thought about, like, what if I was in the situation with, like, you guys or something? And, like, it really, it tugs at the heartstrings, because you gotta, the way that people become friends in this movie and then have to watch each other die after the fact is fucking devastating at times, honestly. It never gets easier, and that's part of in the movie too. There's a line in the trailer that's really powerful. It's in the movie too, where somebody gets shot, and one of the main characters says, I hope that part gets easier eventually," and the other character says, "That's what I'm afraid of." And that's pretty much an uh like an examination of the entire movie right there in two lines.
Yeah.
Wow.
The,
Is it streaming anywhere?
I don't know, but if it's not, it will be very soon. I guarantee it. It's I don't see them keeping this off of it.
Okay.
At the very least, it is available for digital rental and purchase.
Okay.
So, Nick, bring us home.
So I recently started watching. I recently started watching Stranger Things.
About
I,
about time.
you know
Yeah,
what? Okay. So here's the thing. I understand it's still popular. That's because it just ended. But what really got me to pull the trigger on it, and I don't understand how or why, because it was just the 1 year Netflix anniversary of Monday Night Raw had a Stranger Things collaboration.
of course it comes back to the wrestling.
You know what?
Whatever it takes, honestly.
Whatever it takes. You know what? I'm right there with you.
It's I don't understand why it got me to pull the trigger, but it got me to pull the trigger, and that's what matters. So, my thoughts on season one. Finished season one in 2 days. I watched
Wow.
I watched the first three episodes first day, and the final six, not six. Three, there's 8 episodes. And I'm
So
really bad
five.
with them. But yeah, other 5 episodes. The other 5 episodes, um, the next day, and I feel like season one is well past the statutes of limitations because it came out in 2016.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, and
Um,
season, and they're in season five now. The show's over.
right, that too. Um, when Hopper and Bill's mom found him in the upside down, they resuscitated him. Dude, I had a fucking flashback
Mm,
to the morning of October 13th, 2017.
yeah, I can see why.
It tears, tears was bawling, dude.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was a happy ending for these characters.
Yes, yes, and that's one thing that I'm grateful for because getting to see Will back with his D&D buddies, it it was wholesome. It made me cry happy tears.
Yeah, the first season is very Steven Spielberg coded in a lot of ways. Reminds me of like E.T., Super 8, stuff like that. Um,
So I would say, like, I didn't the first time I tried watching it, I didn't really follow too much. But now that I'm getting more into like D&D type stuff, I saw that they were playing D&D, and I played paid close attention when Will rolled D20 and they lost the dice. He had said to Mike later on that he rolled a 7 and that the Demogorgon got him, which when the Demogorgon came and got him from that shed, you know what? It's almost like their D&D game came to life.
in a lot of ways, yes.
Hmm.
It's
Holy
also
fuck.
it's also a lot of the monsters in Stranger Things and some of the main villains of later seasons are directly from D&D lore.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah, like the Mind Flayer, which I think is season three's monster. I don't remember for sure. The giant smoke spider is either season 2 or
Came in
3.
the very very beginning of season 2.
Okay, so the mind flayer is it's usually like wizard squids in in but yeah,
Giant
still.
smoke spider came in at the very beginning of season 2.
Yeah, so like the mind flayer and Vecna are all straight from D&D lore.
Okay.
But I know it's a retro review, but would you if you slapped a rating on season 1?
You know what? Based on what I saw, I'm excited to see where it goes. Heard mixed reviews about season 2, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Um, 8 out of 10. Season 1.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty fair. It is
yeah,
by far
super fair.
the best season of the series. I would say season 2 does dip a little, but season 3 brings it back, and then season 4 is kind of a mixed bag depending on how you feel about the espionage shit. But
One of my coworkers told me that it, a lot of people were mad about season 2 because they don't expand on what happens in season 2 until season 5.
I mean, fair. There's a lot of
Yeah,
technically they expand on it in season 4, but we won't get into spoilers. I will just say season 4 is when the show starts to become full blown horror. Like at that point, it
Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, season 4 is where it fully transitions into not just horror, but like violent, gory horror too.
yeah.
Um, like Vecna is probably the most dangerous villain they faced in the entire show. So look forward to that because like Vecna is the big bad to end all big bads. He is the Thanos of Stranger Things.
I've heard.
Yeah. Um. So. All right. Well. Oh, by the way, did you notice? Mike is played by the same kid that is Richie in It, Finn Wolfhard.
But you know what? I wanna mention something real quick. I noticed in season 1 of Stranger Things, the boys go dressed as the Ghostbusters for
Mm-hmm.
Halloween.
Yep.
And the kid that plays Mike was in both of the new Ghostbusters movies.
Also, that kid Finn Wolfhard. I'm assuming because of something, either because of Stranger Things season 5 or something else he's going to be in. He's going to be hosting an episode of SNL coming up this year. One of
Oh
the
fuck yeah!
one of the next 3
Can't
episodes.
wait! Hell yeah!
So that should be fun. But
Hell yeah!
all right, with all that being said, I guess that wraps up our 2025 year in review. Now we can look forward to the next year, to 2026 and all the things we're going to watch and review and talk about in the year moving forward. Our next episode, because of scheduling reasons, we will be taking another bit of a couple week break, but our next episode coming up after that will be our fantasy draft for 2026. We're gonna do like we did last year, and we're gonna do a fantasy draft for games that are coming out in 2026. At least have a tentative release date, and then see who wins based off of critic scores. Um, and we'll also be announcing last year's winner. Brooksy has a whole bit planned for it, so look forward
Oh
to that.
yeah, it is going to be a super super fun episode. I am very excited, and all I have to say is these next couple of weeks, do your homework. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We may or may not have a media corner in that episode, but we'll come prepared anyways.
Hmm.
Um, so
Updates, I hope.
yes,
Yeah.
that will always the small talk will always be part of the show. But that'll be it for this episode. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below if you're on YouTube or Spotify. Tell us about your favorite media of 2025. Smash that like button, leave a rating or review or whatever you want to do, or you can send an email at podcastoversoul@gmail.com. You can find Nick on most of the things as the Gaming Fiend 1, and Brooksy is on Instagram and TikTok as Brooksy My Boy with an I. Music by Epidemic Sounds. Well, actually, not anymore. Actually, no. The new music is actually from the YouTube Music Library. I forgot about that. The Stingers. So music actually from the YouTube Music Library. Um, Hosted by Podserve FM. Thank you to Sarah for behind the scenes help, and thank you to you, the listeners, for listening and or watching this. And until next time, have a great, wonderful rest of your week, and we will catch you in the next episode. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Later.